Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode number 20 of Winning a National Title with every team in the game here at College Football 26. If you guys have missed any of the episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from episode 1 to 20. If you guys aren't able to watch those videos, I completely understand. Down in the description below will be a record of every team that we have done so far and their season they eventually won a national championship. But new episode means new team, which means we get a wheel spin. If you guys want to bypass the wheel, write a comment down below of the team that you guys want to see win a national championship, and we'll get in that in the next episode. So let's spin the wheel, and let's see who we get. Of course, make sure you check the description just so you don't pick a team that we have not done yet. And it looks like we're going to be getting Liberty here in this one. Another G5 school. That's an... but let's head on over to Liberty. I believe they're not in the American. We actually were an American for quite a little bit of time there. They are going to be... Am I stupid? Probably. But we're going to find Liberty. They're in the CUSA, so I was right. They are 74 overall inside the CUSA. I just bypassed them. One of the best teams inside the CUSA and probably will be for quite a while. But of course, we're going to be the head coach. We're going to be Chadwell. Here's a talent developer, which will be nice. And Liberty's been very, very good of late, so we should have no real big issues here with Liberty-wise, at least in the first couple seasons. But all in all, let's take a look at the coaching ability. Since I've already said we are a talent developer, which will be very, very nice. We already have multiple for the offensive line for progressing faster for freshman and sophomore players. That will be good. We have some recruiter, nothing really much, but we are going to focus on motivator first. And yeah, because we need the off-season training boost. We also have some in tactician, which again mostly for the offense. Our offensive coordinator only is scheme guru, so we're definitely going to be getting a new offensive coordinator. But our defensive coordinator is really solid. Also has talent developer, decent stuff in recruiting. He does have D-line, or linebackers will gain XP faster. And he does have motivator, which is only linebackers for the training boost. So hopefully he'll upgrade that to start. But let's head on into the roster-wise, see what we got going on. We do have an 85 overall strong safety, but he's a senior. Most of our top players are all going to be gone after this year anyways. Vasco is a 79 overall, 81 overall speed. We also have Ethan Hauk as well behind him. Halfback is Julian Gray, 83 overall. We also have Von Blue as an 82 sophomore. So that will be pretty good. We have some good running backs. We also have some decent wide receivers, but all of them will be gone next season. Tight ends, I think we're going to be okay. Offensive line is a desperate need at this point. Besides center. Center is actually the only good spot that we have right now. Besides, he wants brand exposure, so he may leave us. I don't know, though. Yeah, offensive line is going to be a big need. Defensive line's probably going to be a need as well. Same with linebackers. So pretty much defense is a big need. Why do we have a ton of safeties? Why do we have 3 kickers? Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up. I'll see everyone at the end of season 1 here with Liberty. And here we are at the end of season 1 here with Liberty. We go 10-2 on the season, only losing 1 in the CUSA, along with 1 early on. We lost to James Madison, who also went 10-2 on the season. We also lost to UTEP, who we do have to play here. But everything else was a solid win. I mean, Delaware we only won by 6, but I mean, all in all, we had a really good season here in just season number 1. We will be getting a bowl game, so we won't go over the stats until we finish the conference championship week, and of course the bowl game. But we do get a win. We are 11-2 on the season. So we'll gladly take that. There's a lot of people that want to transfer out, which is a little unfortunate. Because with 11-2, I was kind of hoping that we would get to keep a lot of people, but it is what it is. Julian Gray wins CUSA Player of the Week. John Mateer wins the Heisman Trophy, though. 2,700 passing yards, 23 touchdowns on the season for him. And we're playing Eastern Michigan in the Cure Bowl. So we do get, again, hopefully we can win this bowl game and go 12-2 on the season. Would be kind of nice. We do get 1,400 XP, and we are 12-2 on the season. A lot of people do the pro potential. A lot of people do the brand exposure and conference prestige. That's the 3 main reasons why people want to leave. But all in all, we win the Cure Bowl. We go 12-2 in our first season, at least in simulation-wise. And, of course, let's check out the stats. Vasco actually started for us. It was not Ethan Houck. It was actually Vasco. 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 3,200 passing yards. That's not bad. Gray, though, did get hurt at some point because he only played 10 games, but 878 yards, 13 touchdowns. Von Blue had 142 carries, 683 yards, and 14 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Elijah here led the team with 838 with 6 touchdowns. Mobley led the team with 8 touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Carter led the team with 93 tackles. CJ with tackles for loss with 12 and 7.5 sacks lead the team. Jones led the team with interceptions. We only had 10 interceptions, but only by 3 players, which is kind of funny. We had no defensive touchdowns. We did block 2 kicks, but did not have a safety. Kicking-wise, we missed 3 from 50, and those are the only 3 that we missed. Perfect on extra points, only missed 3 field goals. Punting-wise, punted 62 times for 2,600 yards, for 12 inside the 20, and 6 touchbacks. That's not bad at all, but we did not have any kick or punt return touchdowns here in Season 1. So, let's go ahead. I totally forgot to fire our offensive coordinator. That's a little unfortunate. Because Scheme Guru is not really going to help us out very much. So let's go ahead and simulate this as a recap. And then we will move on into Season 2, which then I'll actually remember to fire our offensive coordinator. We do go up to a 2-star prestige. We will take it. That means more hours for recruiting-wise. But let's take a look at the bracket, see who wins it all. And it's Florida over Arizona State, 34-28. With Arizona State, Boise State, Clemson, Oklahoma, Penn State as the automatic qualifiers, with Georgia, Louisville, Alabama, Texas A&M, Florida, Texas, and Oregon as the at-large bids. So congrats to those teams. And let's head into our first off-season here with Liberty. As we are at 74 overall. So hopefully we can improve that. But let's go over how many people want to leave. And this is a lot of people that want to leave. First things first, we got to keep Vasco, hopefully. He is going to stay. That's big. Maybe Blue will stay as well. No, he was gone. Our center, he is gone. Our corner, he's going to stay. So 2 people do stay. It's Sparks. I really don't mind Sparks leaving. It's due to playing time. Maybe we keep Hall. Nope, he's gone. Maybe the Williams guys here are all Williams are gone. Apparently, I don't want to say Liberty. We kept 3 players. Vasco, Dixon, and Ricks Jr. all decide to stay here for Liberty here in Season 1. So we'll advance the next week. We got to get a lot of players in the portal, but we'll see if we get anyone drafted. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I don't think we had anyone high overall-wise, but we can always check. We did not have anybody. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 34 players here in this class, which is an insane class for our first season. And we ended up getting the 46th best class in the nation, signing 2 4-stars and 32 3-stars. Let's go through, see if we get any good development traits here. We do get a couple impacts. I don't know when our 4-stars really start. I guess we'll just go through, see if we get anybody. But a lot of normals and impacts. Unfortunately, I don't see any stars yet. I was kind of hoping we would see some by now. And everyone is a normal or an impact dev. That's kind of insane. Our 2 4-stars are both running backs, and they're normal and impact dev. A little unfortunate, but that's a little sad. However, we can go through position changes now and see where we officially need help. We don't have any athletes to move. So we have 3 quarterbacks. So we desperately are going to have to find somebody. Halfbacks, again, Thomas and Haynes are pretty good, at least wise. So we should be fine at halfback there. We have 4 wide receivers. At least we got a ton of tight ends. Offensive line, we need to move this guy to center. Can't move him to center. All right. Maybe we can move this guy to center. There we go. Just move someone over there. Excuse me. I don't know why my throat is sounding like I'm sick. Anyways, linebackers are good that we don't need to move around. Corners, we actually have a bunch, but just no speed whatsoever. Safeties were fine. kickers and punters were still fine, so we are good to go there. So let's go ahead and advance the week and get into training results here with Liberty. And see where we're at. See what we got going on. We do have a 90 overall with Jaden Thomas. He went up +1 with now 90 speed. I don't know if we're going to get some big upgrades. Vasco is 83 overall. Ethan Houck had a +5, so he's up to an 81. That's pretty good. We'll take that. Haynes is up to an 88, so we have a pretty good halfback duo behind us here. Anyone get some big upgrades? Copeland's up to an 80 overall. We got a +11 from Manis here. Offensive line, Anderson went up +8. One of our offensive linemen went up +6. That's pretty cool. Other than that, +11, I think that's the biggest upgrade that we're going to see. We did get a +9 from a safety. That's nice. But yeah, other than that, +11 is the highest overall. I think we're probably going to still be around the mid-70s range, maybe upper 70s this season. I don't think we need to encourage any transfers since we lost a lot from the portal. We are 6 players under. We signed 34 players in the class, which is kind of insane that we're still 1 player under, or 6 players under. But taking a look at the overall-wise, we are at 77. With a 76 offense and a 79 defense here going into Season 2. But that's going to end Season 1. It's on to Season 2 now with Liberty. And here we are in Season 2 here with Liberty. We go 11-1 on the season. Our only loss came against conference play. We lost to Jacksonville State 31-30. Then we beat everybody else. We do get to play FIU in the conference championship. And if we win, small chance. We did fire our coordinators, or fire our offensive coordinator. We kept our defensive coordinator because he's a very good defensive coordinator. So we kept him around. We do sign a couple players this week, which is nice. We are 12-1. We are ranked 20th in the nation. I don't think we're making the college football playoff. If we do, we're going to be one and done, I think. But, I mean, I've seen sometimes where unranked teams get in. But with us being 20, it's I don't think it's going to happen. But all in all, we did upgrade our coach. We did level up, so we'll upgrade that real quick. I always do motivator first just to get that out of the way so we can get the offseason training boosts out of the way. But again, coordinator's gone. Our defensive coordinator is still here, so that will be nice. We will get that in the next week because we will have to do that. And then, of course, after the bowl game, we'll go over stats and, of course, hire a new offensive coordinator. We do get another 3-star edge rusher, so that's fine. And I think we're good there. Looks like Jaden, I'm not going to pronounce that last name. I'm terrible with names. 4,200 passing yards, 39 touchdowns to win the Heisman Trophy. We don't win any awards. We're playing App State in the Boca Raton Bowl, so it's going to be a ranked opponent. But first things first, we will try to hire our offensive coordinators. We're going to look for probably the highest overall. Maybe Tony Elliott. He does have strategist, but that's probably not what we're going to be looking for. He has architect, and that's what we need. So we are going to try to offer the head coach of Western Michigan to be the architect, which would be kind of nice. So let's advance 1 week, see if we get them, and of course we'll advance the week just because our bowl game is here. 1,500 XP, that means we won, and we are 13-1 here in Season 2. So far, we lost 3 games in total. And Jaden Thomas set the single-season rushing yards record. So that's kind of cool. We also set another record. Or no, that's the bowl winner. Never mind. I thought we set 2 records. Apparently not. Maybe we... Nope. Okay. We accept our offer. It always confused me with those pop-ups. But let's check over the stats here this season. Vasco, in his last season with us, threw 2 yards short of 3,000 yards with 24 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So that means Ethan Houck will be our main guy going forward. Rushing-wise, Thomas had over 1,500 rushing yards with 18 touchdowns. Haynes also added 377 and 11 on the ground. And then Vasco added 657 and 6 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Lee Jr. led the team with 889 with 8 touchdowns. Pollard led the team with 88 tackles. Holtzclaw and Dixon led the team with 14 tackles for a loss. And Dixon led with 7.5 sacks. Stevenson had 3 interceptions. We had a lot more interceptions this year. Thank goodness. No touchdowns. I said no interceptions. That's obviously not true. We did not block a kick nor get a safety. Kicking-wise, we did miss 5 from 50, but made everything else. Punting-wise, punted 47 times for 2,100 yards, 6 inside the 20, and 5 touchbacks. And no kicker punt returns this season either. So, unfortunately, still looking for that, but now we can go ahead and simulate to the in-season recap, see who wins it all in Season 2. And then we will get into the offseason. But we get 3,000 XP, 13-1 on the season. Conference prestige goes down to a D+. That's not very, very nice. Championship contender is still a B-, and it's mainly most of the guys that want to leave is due to conference prestige and the other thing. But looking at the bracket, Michigan beats Alabama 28-20 with San Diego State, Texas Tech, Georgia, Duke, and USC as their respective conference winners. With Michigan, when they dropped 63 points on San Diego State, that's insane. Oregon, Florida, Penn State, Auburn, Alabama, and Clemson as the at-large bids. So congrats to them. And now we head into our second off-season with Liberty. Hopefully we don't have as many people wanting to leave. Hopefully we can keep some of those players again. And, yeah, first things first, Haynes wants to leave. He'll be a 1 year and done with us. Bodner's going to stay. Anderson's going to stay. Jones is going to leave. Butler's going to leave. This was a big one. Houck is also going to leave. Coleman is going to leave. Farr's going to leave. And then we'll try to keep one of the, I was going to say medium trance. He's probably going to stay either way. So Slayton stays. We do have Thomas going to the 5th round. Of course, we'll check that here in just a second because sometimes they do move up into like the 4th round. But we will have to see. And once it goes through the simulating, we get 6,000 XP. We level up again. That's pretty nice. But taking a look, and we had one player in the 4th round. So yeah, Thomas does go in the 4th round. That will help out pro potential. But I'm going to go ahead and get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 33 players, which, again, is pretty good as well. And ended up being the 26th best ranked class in the nation with 1 5-star and 4 4-stars. So, yes, we do sign our first 5-star here with Liberty in just Season 2. So let's go through development traits. We finally get a star dev with Ladarius Brake, the wide receiver. So finally we get one. We get another one, too, with Garrison Winton, a Sam linebacker. But the big thing I want to see is what our 5-star, and he is elite dev defensive tackle. A couple other 4-stars are impact dev, along with a true freshman coming in, a sophomore transfer, and then a star dev for Charlie Collins, the transfer sophomore. So we have a lot of good development traits here for this season. And now, let's go to position changes. See if we need to move anybody around. We should have some very good players now. Quarterback, we might take a step back this year with quarterback play a little bit. Although running backs looks pretty solid with the 2 transfers that we brought in. Wide receivers, we actually have some now. At least it's not like 4. Tight end, we're looking pretty solid. Offensive line, looking okay. I mean, could be better, but could be worse. Defensive line, we're looking pretty solid. Linebackers were okay. Okay, we definitely need Mike linebackers pretty bad. Corners, we really need speed. Safeties were fine. And kicker and punter were good. So let's advance the week and go into training results, which is my favorite part. We get 18,000 XP. And let's see what our upgrades are. We do get a dev upgrade for Bodnar to an impact dev. I butchered that last name. Anyways, we get 2 levels. We do get a +7 for Perry. So far, that's the highest that we've seen. Quarterback will be 75 for Michael and Paul Webster. It will probably be Webster, I'm going to guess. I don't know. Someone may start ahead of somebody. Halfback will be Goff and Byers together. 2 really strong running backs. We get a +6 from Verrett. But yeah, we only impact dev for the highest for that. Wide receivers, we have Randolph up to a 77 and Copeland up to an 80 overall. Tight ends with a +9 for Boyce. That's pretty good. We also got a +6 as well. We'll gladly take that. Offensive line, 83 overall, 79, 76, 73, and then a 83s. We went a +7. We already saw that too. A couple +3s for the D-line, a +4, +1 there. A couple barely pluses. We did get a +12 for Patrick Slayton. He's up to a 78 overall. That's the highest that we've seen so far. And, of course, we're getting to the final couple positions. We at least have a 90-speed corner, and now we have a 90-speed safety as well with Bodnar going up to an 84. Got a +6 for a kicker, at least. He went up pretty decent. He's got good kick power. But let's head into if we need to cut anybody. Again, a lot of with conference prestige. Slayton is one of them, which is a little unfortunate, but I don't think we need to encourage any transfers. Nope, we are still way under by a good bit. So let's see what overall this team's going to be. Again, we were a 77 last season. And into season 3, we are going to be a 77. Just opposite now with offense and defense. Offense went way up, but defense went way down. But that's going to end season 2. It's on to season 3 here with Liberty. And here we are in season number 3 here at Liberty, where we go 10-2 on the season. Still ranked 23rd, facing Louisiana Tech in the CUSA Championship this season. But taking a look at the schedule, we lost our first game to Virginia Tech and, of course, to Jacksonville State again by 1 point. We lost both games by a total of 12 points. Little unfortunate, but it is what it is. But hopefully we can get another win. And, excuse me, have another 12-win season maybe, as long as we get a good bowl game for us. We do sign a right guard, which will help out a lot. We do win. We are 11-2 on the season, still ranked in the top 25. So we will gladly take it. We are CUSA champions once again for, I think, our 3rd straight season, which I think is one of the best runs we've had so far. It's just we haven't made the college football playoff, which, honestly, again, we're nowhere close to that. But we have a decent team to build around. It's just a lot of people want to leave. We do level up, at least. Us being a 77 overall, we're just not even going to make it to the college football playoff. But Colton Joseph wins the Heisman Trophy for USC, 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns with a 68% completion percentage. And we'll be playing Troy in the New Orleans Bowl. So another quite easy bowl game. Let's see if we can win another and have 12 wins on the season, which I don't think we did. We lost. We were 11-3. First time we lost a bowl game. And I don't know how we're still a 2-star prestige. But we are going to win some Player of the Week awards. Not, I guess, both of them, actually. 18 carries, 42 yards. That's not very good. But let's take a look at the stats here on the season. Michael played 14 games, 2,800 yards, 21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's a pretty good season. Surprised Webster didn't play a lot. He played 1 game, 7 of 10 for 79 yards. Rushing-wise, Goff led the team with 954 yards with 11 touchdowns. Likely also ran it 57 times for 12 touchdowns. Two guys with 10-plus touchdowns. Also, Byers had 113 carries, 578, and 4 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Randolph led the team with 898 with 3 touchdowns. Copeland led the team along with Taggart with both having 6 touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Thomas led the team with 79 tackles. Collins and Quincy led the team with tackles for a loss, with both of them having 14-plus. Collins led the team with 8 sacks. Slayton had 2 interceptions to lead the team. We did not have a defensive touchdown. We did block 2 kicks, but did not have any safeties. Kicking-wise, we did miss 3 from 50, 1 from 30, but made every extra point. Punting-wise, punted 58 times for 2,500 yards, 11 inside the 20, and 8 touchbacks. And no kicker punt returns here in Season 3. So we move on to the end-of-season recap once again. We'll have to see who wins it all here in Season 3. So far, it's been different each time. We now are up to a 2.5-star prestige. Thank goodness we finally move up. Even though we lost a bowl game, so it doesn't make sense. But Michigan wins another. It'll be 35-26 win with Boise State, Southern Mississippi, Florida State, Michigan, and Tennessee won their respective conferences with Pitt, Florida, Clemson, Ole Miss, Alabama, Notre Dame, and Oregon as the at-large bids. Kind of a weird group of teams right there. We did level up again. We are going to upgrade Motivator. because we are down just 2 upgrades away from upgrading our D-line all the way and then start focusing on talent developer. But we will get to see if we have anyone get drafted this season. We might. It's a big possibility. I don't know for sure, though. We shouldn't have too many... Never mind. I was going to say we shouldn't have too many people want to leave, but we do. Let's go Randolph. The first one, he's gone. That's our best corner, or best wide receiver as well. We lose Vigil. We lose a quarterback. Actually, we lost 2 quarterbacks. Anderson's gone. Okay, we did keep 1 player. But I think we're going to try to keep Hawk. I can't. We kept Break, though. Hey, that's good, at least. He's the star dev, so yeah, we desperately need to keep him around. So we still lost a good amount of players due to the transfer portal. But we did sign a good amount of players this season, so. But we will have to attack the portal again, just like always. We'll see if we get anyone drafted this season. We didn't see anyone immediately. We did not get anyone, so... anyways, I'm going to get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 26 players, which, again, another good class. We end up getting a top 25 class with Liberty here, and number 1 in the CUSA with 9 4-stars and 17 3-stars. That will definitely help. Quarterback. First thing, unfortunately, he's only a normal dev, a couple normals. We do get us 2-star devs for both strong safeties, so that will definitely help out. An impact dev for a corner. We get a star dev for a tight end. That will definitely help out the tight end position as well. But other than that, we do get a star dev for DJ Pickett, the transfer junior. Anybody else? Nope, everyone else is a normal or an impact, which is okay. And that will be just fine. Heading into position changes. We do have an athlete. He is a running back, and he will go there as well. Quarterback, we have 3. It's Isaac Wilson, Webster, and then Tam. So hopefully one of these guys will take a big jump in the offseason. Halfback is going to be Goff along with Byers, both, 94 speed, 93 speed. We have Penny and Likely behind them as well. So that will definitely... We have all 90-plus speed running backs. That's actually kind of nice. We still only have 5 wide receivers, though. Again, we didn't sign too many. Tight ends are solid. Offensive line, we probably could move one of our left tackles over. Maybe Brandon here would go to left guard. Be a little bit better, at least, for him. Good on tackles, good on guards, decent D-line. Linebackers is still a little rough. Corners, we do have a 98 speed with DJ Pickett, the transfer, so hopefully he'll improve everything else, maybe that man coverage and zone, so he can move up. We also have Graves, who is going to be a 90 overall or 74 overall true freshman. Safeties are okay. We're probably going to move one of our strong safeties over to free safety. It makes more sense. He's already in the number 1 safety over there, and he's got a good amount of overall boost on that as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and advance the week to training results and see what we got going on. We get 15,000 XP. That means we probably had a ton of people level up as well. Let's check training results to see what we got. We do have a 90 overall. It's DJ Pickett. He's up to a 90. He went up +4. Got a +8 for Wilkins so far. It's the highest we have seen. Quarterback is going to be Wilson. 79 overall. He went up +3. He's up to 86 speed. Webster's also 86 speed, and he went up only +1. Halfback is Goff at 88. We have Penny at 86. Byers at 83 still. Likely at 82. 2 +8s for our wide receivers of Wilkins and Brake. Again, star dev and elite dev, or impact dev. We actually had a pretty big upgrades for the wide receiver room. Brake went up +12 agility and +11 change direction and +10 strength. Kind of insane. Boyce went up +5 to be an 85 overall. He'll be our starting tight end. Offensive line is okay at best, probably. We do have a really good right tackle at 89 overall. It's pretty solid. Edge rusher is pretty good, besides maybe a right edge. Defensive tackle, he's an elite dev, and he's already an 86 overall as a true sophomore. It's playing style, so that's good at least. Same linebacker of Winton went up +14. It's the most that we have seen. He was the star dev. We'll gladly take that. +4 again to DJ Pickett. We already saw +8 to Devontae Dukes. for the freshman. He's an impact dev as well. We didn't get any dev upgrades as well. Ronald Moore will not start. He'll be the backup. And then Isaiah Thomas up to an 84 overall. Pretty solid. And then +8 to a punter. Cool, I guess. So let's advance the week. Do we need to encourage any transfers? I don't think we need to. We do not. We are still 7 players under. So one more week, see where we're at. We were a 77 overall with a 79 offense and a 76 defense. That should improve a bunch here. We're an 82 overall, 84 offense, 81 defense. So we improve everything. Pretty good. That's going to end Season 3. It's on to Season 4 here with Liberty. And here we are in Season 4 here with Liberty. We go 9-3 on the season, having to play Western Kentucky in the CUSA championship game. Here we did lose to Virginia Tech. We did lose to Western Kentucky as our only loss inside the conference, 39-37. We also lost to Oregon State later on in the season. So we're still going to have a bowl game. We're still hopefully can win another Conference USA championship, which we do. We are 10-3 on the season. So another 10-win season here for Liberty. And just hopefully we can be ranked at the end of the year one year and try to get into the college football playoff for the first time here with Liberty. But so far, 4 seasons in, have not done it yet. We have a lot of people committing elsewhere, which is a little unfortunate. So we're going to have to definitely attack the portal like always. But Taylon Taylor wins the Heisman Trophy. 117 catches, 1,700 receiving yards, and 20 touchdowns. Pretty much 1,800 receiving yards, 18 yards away. But we'll be playing Marshall in the New Orleans Bowl, so another bowl game to where hopefully we can win. We'll advance one more week and go over the stats here of Season 4, and then we'll get into the offseason. We did not win. We are 10-4. So, again, another bowl game that we just don't win. But taking a look at the stats of the season, Wilson had played 12 games. Webster also played. He's got 26 points to upgrade. He can't upgrade anything else anymore. But he had 2,600 yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Webster also came in for 4 games, 396 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Goff had over 1,300 rushing yards with 16 touchdowns. We had a 1,000-yard receiver with Ladarius Brake. Again, he's the star dev. Hopefully we can keep him, but it's conference prestige with 6 touchdowns. Wilkins and Boyce also had 6 touchdowns each. Thomas had 70 tackles to lead the team. Collins and Quincy both had 16 tackles for a loss. Quincy also had 9.5 sacks to lead the team. DJ Pickett had 7 interceptions. Also had a defensive touchdown as well. We did not have a block, kick, nor safety. Kicking-wise, we did miss a 50-yard field goal and a 40 and a 20. And we missed an extra point. So we missed a total of 4 kicks this season. And punting-wise, we punted 67 times, 7 inside the 20 and 10 touchbacks. We did have a kick return touchdown, but not a punt return touchdown here this season. So let's go ahead and simulate an in-season recap and see who wins it all here in Season 4. And hopefully Season 5 can be good to us, and we can potentially go to the college football playoff. Because 82 overall is not bad. We just hopefully need to keep people around. But checking out the bracket, Georgia defeats Miami 31-28 with Boise State, Colorado, Miami, Wisconsin, and Oklahoma as the automatic bids, with Michigan, Clemson, North Carolina, SMU, UCLA, Louisville, and Georgia as the at-large bids. So congrats to those teams. And now let's move on to players leaving, where again, we need some good luck here and hopefully can keep a lot of people around. We don't have too many, I believe, wanting to leave. Yeah, not too many. We're going to, looks like Nope Breaks wants to leave due to conference prestige, and he's going to stay. That is big. Taggart's going to leave, though. Fannon's going to stay. That's good. Sweat, though's going to leave. Tam's going to leave. That's fine. Even though he's a 4-star quarterback that we're going to lose. We're going to lose Armstrong, and I think we can keep Lane. No, Landry's just gone. Okay. We have 2 people drafted this season. Hopefully that's going to be a little bit more. But yeah, DJ Pickett I knew was automatically going to get drafted since he's in the 90 overall range. And we'll have to see how everything goes. See where people get drafted at. So if we go into draft results, we had 2 people. DJ Pickett in the 2nd and then Jesse Perry in the 5th. So that will definitely help out the pro potential. But I'm going to get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 19 players, which is still a pretty good class, especially inside the CUSA, where we signed 9 4-stars and 10 3-stars. So again, not too shabby. We'll take a look at our development trade, see if we get anybody good. We do get a star dev corner, which will be nice. Other than that, though, we do get another star dev strong safety with a transfer strong safety as well. And that is about it. So only 2 star devs. Let's head into position changes, see what we need to move around here. Do we have any athletes? We do. He is a power rusher. He will be going to the D-line, and he will be a left edge. So looking at quarterback, we still have the 4, Webster, Settle, Eli, and Durant. We might have one of them is going to start. I don't know who. Halfback is going to be Penny and Likely, along with Fannin Render. We also have Carlisle and Wayne waiting in the wings. Wide receivers, we still have 6 of them. Williams will be now the number 1. Tight end is Boyce. Offensive line, though, we have a lot of guards that we can move around. One will go to center, just so we can have 2 there. Polanco will move to left. And then I think we'll move Taj here to left as well, just to have 3 and 3. And we have 2 right tackles. Yeah, well, this is going to be fun. We have a lot of right edges, so we're going to move them to left. So we can at least have, it's even, mostly. Defensive tackles, we have 3 of them. So we have no linebackers. Again, they're all will linebackers. So we definitely need to start moving people around. And hopefully we can have a good team next season. Corners are actually pretty solid. 86 overall for the number 1. We have Redmond now as well. We have a lot of good corners, or at least decent corners. Safeties are fine. Again, Robertson is the star dev. We also have another star dev of Dennis and of Quinton. So we should be there. I could move Quinton to corner, but we only have 3 strong safeties. We will need a kicker and punter this season for the first time ever, I think. So we will advance the week, go over training results, and see what we got going on. We only get 8,000 XP, so not much XP there. But again, really only a couple people want to transfer out, which is going to be nice. We do get a dev upgrade for Boyce. He's up to an impact dev. And that is the only development upgrade that we get. But we do have 490 overall players, which is honestly pretty solid. Quarterback is going to be Eli with him being a 79 overall. Halfback is Penny. He's a 90. He's one of the 90s. Wide receiver, Wilkins is one of the 90s as well. He went up +4. Holiday went up +7. Brake only went up +4. Kind of hoping he would get something else there. Tight ends up to an 87. Offensive line +10 for Taj. That's pretty good. That's what I like to see. +5 and 6 for our 2 centers. +5 and 8 for our right guards, which again is very, very nice. Right tackle is a 76. Defensive line is okay. Again, Quincy, 93 overall in his junior season. He's an elite depth. He's probably going to leave, unfortunately. Winton's a 70 overall or 90 overall with him going up +7. He may leave after this season and get drafted. A couple big upgrades for the defense, which will be very, very nice. Robinson went up +9 at free safety, and then other two star dev safeties went up +6. So we're going to be very solid there. So I don't think I need to encourage any transfers again, since we only signed 19 players last season, and I know we had more than that leave. Yeah, we're 13 players under. So we definitely need a recruiting class like over 30 again. But let's head into next week, which we'll be ending the off season. And again, we were an 82 overall last season. We are an 87. We move way up in overall. 89 offense, 86 defense. But that will end Season 4. We're on to Season 5 here with Liberty. And here we are in Season number 5 here with Liberty, where we go 9-3 on the season, facing Middle Tennessee in the conference championship game. If we look at it, we lost Virginia Tech to start the year, and then Coastal. Then went on a solid win streak before losing to FIU to end the season, 24-17. So we did not play Middle Tennessee, I don't think. We did not. So we should, hopefully, win this one, and we'll have a bowl game, and then we'll check out the stats on the season and get into the offseason here after Season 5. We do win. We are 10-3. We win the CUSA once again. Again, we are an 87 overall, so we're still not there yet. Still got a couple seasons to go until we're officially there. But Williams wins the Player of the Week. 9 catches, 142 yards, and a touchdown. Pretty solid from him. And we'll, of course, go next week. I don't know why the controller is vibrating, because I thought I turned that off, but it's fine. It's whatever. But we do hopefully have a trophy winner. Bryce Baker wins the Heisman Trophy, though. 4,200 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, and 76% completion percentage. And we do not. We'll be playing Marshall in the Boca Raton Bowl. So, again, another bowl game. Hopefully we can win this one and have an 11-win season. We did get 600 XP, and we do win. We are 11-3. And just like that, another 11-win season here for Liberty, this time with a bowl win. We will take it. We will gladly take it. We also unlocked Strategist, which is nice, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I have vibration off. Yeah, off with the controller. Not dealing with that stuff. But anyways, let's check out the stats on the season. We had Eli get hurt during the season. He only played 12 games. Webster came in as well. Three touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Eli, 22 touchdowns with 5 interceptions with 2,300 passing yards. Penny had 154 carries. He also got hurt at some point with 881 yards with 8 touchdowns. Likely also ran 10 touchdowns in himself, and Eli ran 5 of them as well. Receiving-wise, Willie led the team with 964 receiving yards with 7 touchdowns. Wilkins, 804 with 4, or 801 with 4. Dennis led the team with most tackles. Quincy led with tackles for loss with 12, along with 8.5 sacks. Michael with 4 interceptions to lead the team. We had 2 defensive touchdowns by Dennis and Michael. Did force 4 fumbles. We had a block kick, but no safety, so no trifecta there. Kicking-wise, we did miss 4 from 50 and 1 from 20, but made everything else. Punting-wise, punted 52 times for 2,300 punt yards, 10 inside the 20, and 12 touchbacks. I just completely bypassed the punt and kick returns. I think we did have a kick return touchdown, but no punt returns here in season number 5. So let's go ahead and get on to the in-season recap, see who wins it all here in season number 5. And then we'll get into another off-season here with Liberty. We get 1,500 XP. Again, we are an 89, but I don't know. But if we check the college football bracket, and it was Miami beating Ohio State 31-28, with Oklahoma State, San Diego State, Oklahoma, Miami, and Michigan winning their respective conferences, with Alabama, Pitt, Ohio State, Tennessee, Oregon, Florida, and UCLA as the at-large bids. So congrats to them. And now we get into another off-season here with Liberty. And of course, first things first, we will take a look at players leaving. We are a 2.5-star school as well. Quincy is going to leave due to the draft. Wilkins will also leave for the draft. We did keep Winton. That's a big one. His was coach prestige. It's a big one to stay as well. Brake is going to leave. Gonzalez is going to leave. Trey's going to leave. And then Smith will stay. That's a big one as well. But Quincy leaving in the first round. Wilkins leaving in the 5th round. We also have Penny and Michael going in the 4th and 5th round. So we have some good players going into the draft, which will definitely help out the pro potential, mostly for the D-line, the wide receivers, and DBs, which will help out a lot. So we get 31,000 XP. My goodness. Okay. But just looking at the draft results, I mean, first round draft pick, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and then Williams in the 7th. We got another one in the 7th. So 2 wide receivers, a corner, a halfback, and a defensive tackle will help out. But I'm going to go ahead and get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 34 players, which is a pretty good class. If we look inside the CUSA, we are the number 1, and we get a top 25 class, actually a top 20 class in the nation. So let's go through, see if we get any good development traits. First off, we have 3 running backs. One of them is an elite dev. One of them is a star. 86 speed, but I think Cornell might be the one guy to start. I don't know. But we do get another star corner this time. Instead of a halfback, it's a corner. We do get star punter. It's a punter. We also get a star dev quarterback. He might be the one that we focus on. We do also get an athlete star dev. He's a wide receiver. And then, of course, we have a star dev corner who was a transfer. The other transfer was an impact dev. And then we have another one with a tight end. So, hey, we got a lot of good star developments. No elite dev, but we do have that. Let's go in position changes because I do think we need to, again, we do have that athlete to move over, which, again, he is possession. And he will actually go to be a tight end instead of a wide receiver. So taking a look around at the team, we have a lot of freshman quarterbacks. A lot. Like everyone on the quarterback, everyone on the roster is on the quarterback position as a freshman. Halfbacks, we do have Gaskin going to lead the team, and then everyone else is a freshman. We do have a lot of speed there now. We do have that elite dev. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we did have the elite dev with Brenton. We had some star dev running backs as well. I apologize. Wide receivers, again, looks a little rough, but it's fine. Definitely need some help there. Offensive line, I think we're going to be good. It's probably one of the best offensive lines we had. Edge rushers and D-line were okay. We have Winton still around, which will definitely help the 90 overall. Linebackers have gotten a little better. Corners are starting to get better as well. Safeties are good, especially with a lot of speed here now too. And, of course, our kicker and punter are both freshmen, so that will be a fun little challenge. But let's head on into training results. Didn't even need to move everyone else. We do get another level up as well. And let's see what we got going on in training results. Winton is up to a 93. We have 3 90 pluses with Dennis and Robertson, both safeties as well. Both have star dev, so that will help out. Also, Doug here, plus 12 to a tight end. He's up to an 89. And, of course, he wants to leave due to brand exposure. That's not very fun. Gaskin went up plus 4. He's an 89. We got a plus 11 to another tight end as well with Tim here. He was at a star dev. But quarterback stays the same. Suttle doesn't move up or doesn't upgrade anything. He's a 77 still. Halfback of Gaskins, again, 89. Carlisle's up to an 82 with 97 speed. That'll be very, very nice. And then Wayne is 76 with up to an 83 speed. Wide receiver, plus 5, plus 7 for Brightwell, plus 7 for also Rhodes as well. We also got speed now at wide receiver, so that's going to be good. Tight ends, we already went over the plus 12 and plus 11. I think those are the highest we've seen probably in a while. Offensive line is now all low 80s to upper 80s, which is nice. Defensive line is mid 70s. Winton, of course, is the 93 we already went over. Corners, we have Dukes and Graves getting plus 5. Redmond went up plus 8. So that'll be nice. Good man coverage as well. Safeties of Robinson was already a 90. We already went over him. Dennis, we went over him. And then nothing for a kicker and punter. So we have 390 overalls on this team. And now we'll see if we need to encourage any transfers. I don't believe so. Nope, we're still 2 players under the limit. So, hey, that's going to be good for us. So let's see what this team is. Last year, it says an 89, but I think it was like an 87 during the season. So this team, with 390 overalls, is an 88. An 86 offense and a 91 defense. So hopefully we can do good, and hopefully, again, we get another good recruiting class. But that's going to end Season 5. It's on Season 6 here with Liberty. And here we are in Season 6 here at Liberty, where we go 12-0 on the season and rank 12th in the nation. So as long as we can win this game here against Middle Tennessee in the conference championship, we would get into the college football playoff. We actually had a solid season again, going 12-0, having some good wins, having some close wins, but wins nonetheless. As long as we can beat Middle Tennessee, we will be all fine and dandy. So let's see if we can go ahead and do that. Of course, we have to rely on the simulation. But let's see if we can or not. This is 2030. And we did get 1,500 XP, which means we did win, and we are ranked 11th. So we're not even ranked 12th. We are ranked 11th. We win the CUSA. And that means we're going to make the college football playoff. Dennis wins the Player of the Week award, which is nice. And with us being undefeated, you never know what could happen. Malcolm Holiday wins the Player of the Week. Of course, we're going to win the Player of the Week awards. Dane wins the Heisman Trophy for Ohio State with the quarterback. 4,200 passing yards, 40 touchdowns with a 70% completion percentage. And we're playing Oklahoma in the first round of the college football playoffs. So let's take a look at that, shall we? BYU, Liberty, Ohio State, Louisville, and Alabama were the automatic bids between their respective conferences, with Tennessee, Georgia, Miami, Oregon, Oklahoma, Florida State, and Pitt as the at-large bids. So we get a tough one against Oklahoma to start, but hopefully we can win this one and then move on to go play Louisville into the next round. But again, this will be a tough matchup either way, because Oklahoma is a 94 overall team. So this will be a fun matchup for us because we're going to be in Oklahoma to begin our playoff run. If we could win here, we do get Louisville in the next round. But this one will be a tough one because, again, we are only an A7 overall team, but you never know what can happen. Let's go quarter by quarter. And in the first quarter, we get a stop, but they do as well, and they score first. It's 7-0 lead. We have the ball on their side to start the second quarter, and we will get a field goal. It's 7-3, and it'll be 10-3, and it'll be that way at the half. So defense has done a good job holding them there, and we finally scored to tie the game. It's 10-10 going in the fourth quarter, and they have to punt. And we'll start at our own 45-yard line where we go 3 and out. They start from their own 20, and they get a first down. All they need is a field goal to take a lead. And they have a first down up towards the 26, and they just keep driving. It's goal to go. They score a touchdown. So we're down by 7 with a minute to go with all 3 of our timeouts, but we don't get off the field. And Oklahoma will defeat Liberty only by 7. It'll be 17-10 win for Oklahoma. So it was a tough matchup between the two. But unfortunately, we will lose our first game here in season number 6 in the college football playoff. However, it was a lot closer of a game than what people expected. So let's go over the stats here of the season. We had 2 different starters. It looks like Dante got hurt at some point. Threw for 2,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Frank had 5 games, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's not great. Rushing-wise, though, Gaskin, at his only season with us, goes 1,200 yards with 14 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Holiday led the team with 950 and 13 touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Trayan led the team with 63 tackles. We had 3 guys with 10-plus tackles. Winton had 7 sacks on the season. Quinton also had 3 picks to lead the team. No defensive touchdowns. We did not have a block kick nor a safety, so nothing there. We did miss 3 field goals from 50 yards out, but that was the only thing he missed. Punting-wise, punted 55 times for 2,200 yards with 9 inside the 20 and 12 touchbacks. We did have a kick return touchdown, but not a punt return touchdown here this season. But let's go ahead and then to the end of season recap and see who wins it all here in season number 6. Hopefully Oklahoma's at least in the final one. We do level up. And again, we're only still a 2.5-star school, but coach prestige goes down. So a lot of people want to transfer out now due to that, which is not very nice. But taking a look at the bracket, it looks like we have Louisville losing to Oregon 29-17 in that matchup. So Louisville ended up beating Oklahoma. I don't know why our things went down. It looks like we lost our defensive coordinator to Wyoming. Other than that, do we have anybody else? So we're going to have to look at our defensive coordinator. So it looks like we have a new one, unfortunately. But let's advance the week one more time so we can actually see our coach. But we did go 13-1, which is fine. If we look at coach abilities, we should be able to see our defensive coordinator. It looks like he does have some motivator, but not a lot. Mostly for DBs. Okay, so that's not bad. But we definitely need someone better, so we're going to have to look for something else next season. But now let's head into players leaving. We're probably going to have a lot of players wanting to leave. Yeah, Winton's going to go to the draft. Wow, oh, Doug's going to stay. That's a big one to stay. Holiday is going to leave. That's unfortunate. Devontae is going to leave. Brightwell is going to leave. Hale's going to leave. Smith's going to leave. And Suttle's going to leave. That's a lot of people wanting to transfer out. But we do have 2 people going into the draft, which will be nice. But, yeah, we're going to be in trouble. We got to sign a lot of players in the portal. But, of course, we'll check out the draft again. So we should have 2 more players get drafted for Liberty, which will increase the stuff. But, yeah, 2.5 stars still, which is kind of weird after we just had a 13-win season. But taking a look at the draft, we had 2 players, Winton in the 2nd and then Gaskin in the 6th. So that will help out linebackers and running backs. But I'm going to get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 28 players, which is a really good class here for Liberty. If we go down to CUSA, we get the number 1 ranked CUSA class again with 8 4-stars, 23 stars, and a top 25 class. So let's take a look around, see if we get anybody good, and we get a star dev immediately. Marvin Buggs, 93 speed, star development. That will be very, very helpful. We get 2 more stars with 2 4-stars as well, the Mike linebacker and an edge rusher. We do get another star dev with a right tackle, so we're going to be looking pretty good. We get another star dev with a will linebacker as well. So a lot of stars here. Now we're going to get into the transfers. But that's... Oh, we do get a star will linebacker. Didn't know this guy was a star dev. We'll take it. I mean, that is a very good, at least development-wise. Let's head into position changes. See if we need to move anybody. I don't believe so. We don't have any athletes. Quarterbacks, you know, we had a bunch of freshmen, but now most of them are gone. So Strickland would probably be the starter for us. Halfback will be Carlisle. He does have 97 speed, 96 acceleration, so that will be nice. Owusu, Wayne are going to be behind him, along with Isadora. I butchered that name. I apologize. Rudder is going to be the main guy at wide receiver with 96 speed, 93 excel in his only season. We have 4 wide receivers that are seniors. We definitely need some wide receivers heading into next season. Tight end, pretty solid at 91. He's probably going to be gone to the draft, though. These guys will probably be in the 90s as well with their good development traits. Offensive line, though, needs help. We have a 73 right guard that we're going to move to center because we desperately need a center. Left tackle's a 77. We do have an 80 overall backup right tackle. He will now go play left tackle. And then I think we're going to move one of our guards over to left just so we can have some backups over there. Because right now we don't have any backups pretty much anywhere. These guys will move over to left, and then we'll be fine there. So I think we're going to be good now for offensive line. 80 overall left tackle, 80 left guard, 72 center. That's our weakest spot is center. Edge rushers were fine. Defensive tackles were okay. We have 1 Sam linebacker, so we definitely need to move some will linebackers over. But other than that, we'll be good. We're just going to move. We still need some outside linebackers desperately since we're going to be moving a lot of them. We'll move one of our freshmen over there too. It's one of our star devs. Give us someone. They're ready to go. Corners, we're okay. We have Nick, 88 overall, 93 speed. We have Graves, 83 overall. Redmond, 83 overall. We definitely need some more depth-wise there. Safety, we're fine. We are going to be losing them this season since they are seniors, but kicker and punter are fine too. So let's head into next week and see how this team will be in overall-wise. We get 10,000 XP. We level up again. And again, brand exposure, coach prestige. Looks like are the 2 main reasons why. It looks like we have 2 tight ends that are 90 overalls, but let's take a look at that. We have 2 guys getting +7, and they're both of our tight ends. Yeah, they're definitely going to be gone after this year. Granted, they're only blocking tight ends, but man, are they pretty good. 98 overall and 95. Quarterback, Blunt went up +10, so he will actually start for us as a 79 overall. Strickland only went up 4. Halfback, Owusu went up +10 with his star dev. We also have Carlisle going +5, so they will be starting for us as well. Wide receiver, Rutter's a 91 with 97 speed. Rhodes up to an 87. It's a pretty good season from them. We also had another tight end go up +7 with Ben Quincy. Offensive line, we now have 2 80 overall tackles, but they're, of course, seniors. 83 left guard, 85 right guard, along with an 80 behind him, too. So Root will immediately take over, which will be nice. We have Sash going up +8, so that's going to be very nice. Defensive line's looking even better, too. I mean, 85 or 83 overall defensive tackle with an 80 behind him. Same linebacker is Stack with an 82. Mumphrey's an 81. Sweat's an 84. Redmond went up +6. He's now an 89. Didn't upgrade his speed, but way better man coverage. He's got 91 man coverage and 77 zone. He definitely needs to upgrade his zone. But Guillermo's up to an 82 as well, going up +7. Our safeties, 94 and 93. We have a very good team. I mean, that's, 7 90-plus overalls? So that will be a good little thing for us, hopefully. And, of course, heading into next season, into encouraging transfers. I don't think we need to encourage anybody. We're actually 5 players under. So we are good there. We're good to advance the week. Well, again, we are an 87 overall in Season 6. And heading into Season 7, we are going to be a 91 with a 94 defense. So this is where this team can really take a step forward. But that's going to end Season 6. It's on to Season 7 here at Liberty. And here we are in season number 7 here with Liberty, where we go 12-0 again. Back-to-back seasons we go undefeated, at least in the regular season. Have to play Middle Tennessee again in the CUSA Championship. Although we had a pretty good season overall, we actually beat number 8 Pitt this season 12-10. It was a close win there, but hey, a win's a win at home, and we defeated a top 10 team. But still, we're only ranked 13th. So we still got to find a way to win this one and try to sneak in again. But if we can, who knows what could happen, because we do have a 94 overall defense. One of the best defenses that we've had in these simulations so far. And let's see if we can get another win and move on. Looks like we signed a 3-star halfback. That'll be nice. We did lose out on a corner, though. We are 13-0. We are ranked number 12th. For some reason, we went up in overall, but now we're an 89. Or no, we were at 91. The defense was a 96. I'm kind of confused why we went down. But anyways, looks like we did get the win. We'll take it. We win the CUSA once again here with Liberty. Cole, I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. A wide receiver out of North Texas wins the Heisman Trophy. 92 catches, 1,600 receiving yards with 21 touchdowns is an insane number. And we'll be taking on Louisville in the college football playoff. We end up being the 12 seed going in, so we will gladly take it. Let's take a look around. Florida, Clemson, Oklahoma State, Alabama. No, not Alabama. It was Michigan and Liberty won the respective conferences with Louisville, Pitt, Oklahoma, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, and Alabama as the at-large bids. So all we got to do, beat Louisville, then we go to play Florida, and then a lot of other stuff can happen, but hopefully we can win our first game in the college football playoff right here, right now, against again, it's going to be a very tough Louisville team. But let's see if we, again, can't get our first win. It would be nice if we can, because then, again, we'd go play Florida and try to win a national championship here. That's what we're doing here with Liberty. And all the sides on how we play here. We're going to be on the road. It looks like we can get the ball first as well. And on our first drive, we go down the field and score a touchdown. And we would get a stop, but they would start from their own 11-yard line here in the second quarter, down by 7-0, and they tie the game. We would turn it over, but then get a touchdown before the half. It would be 14-7 lead at the half here for Liberty. We would also put up another touchdown. It's 21-7, now 24-7 going in the fourth quarter. So a 17-point lead. However, Liberty does not get any points on their next drive, but we have to punt. We only go 3 and out, but so do they again. And again, the defense has played out of their mind, only giving up 7 points. The offense does just enough. They put up 27, and we will win 27-7 in Louisville, and we're going to go play Florida in the college football playoff. So Liberty, we get our win, and we're moving on. Now it will be a tougher matchup against Florida. They're going to be a lot better team on paper, so this will be a fun matchup against this Florida team. But You never know what can happen in these simulations. So one more week. I totally forgot to fire our defensive coordinator, but oh well at this point. Hopefully he'll upgrade more and more. But again, we're going to be playing Florida. This one will be a tough one. They are 11-2 though. But they are an 89 overall team, so we're actually about the same overall-wise. So let's see if we can't go with another win and try to move on to the semifinals here with Liberty. This time it will be a neutral site game, so we don't got to go to the swamp. But it's still going to be a tough game in the Rose Bowl. Both teams have to fly very far for this one. But let's see how it will go. Looks like we're going to start on offense first. And the offense goes down the field and gets a field goal. The defense will give up a touchdown. We're down 7-3, but we have the ball in the second quarter. And we will not do anything with it. They don't do anything with theirs. We get a big touchdown before the end of the half, and we have a 10-7 lead at the half. Second half, we get a big turnover and get a field goal. It's 13-7 before they get a field goal to make it 13-14 going in the fourth. We get a big first down. We are in field goal range, but we desperately need a touchdown. We have goal to go. There it is. We are up 10 points with 4 minutes to go in the game. The defense gets off the field, and now we're going to be up by 17. It's 27-10. Here in the fourth quarter, the defense again gets another stop, and we're going to be moving on to the semifinals here with Liberty. A 27-10 win over Florida. And we're just one win away from a national title now appearance. The appearance not actually winning the national title, but I didn't see who advanced at all. We'll go ahead and check that now. We'll check the bracket. Looks like Pitt defeated Michigan, so it'd be Pittsburgh or Clemson in the semifinals. Georgia defeated Oklahoma, and Notre Dame defeated Oregon. So this one again will be a fun matchup here to see if we can't get the win and continue our undefeated season. We should level up after this week as well, but if we can get a win. Owusu is the player of the week with 13 carries, 88 yards. It's nice. And we'll be taking on Clemson in the Peach Bowl. They're the number 1 seed coming into this college football playoff. So, again, we have to face the toughest teams. But all in all, this one will be another tough matchup where they, this time, is a pretty big overall advantage for Clemson. So our defense is a 91 overall, but then again, they have played well above their overall. So let's see if we can't do it again here against Clemson. This will be a tough matchup here if we can't. I mean, we got to get a win. That's it. So we're going to start on defense first here in this one. And the defense will force a field goal. They then get a touchdown, so it's 10-0 after 1. We have a lot of work to do, but now it's 10-3. Defense allows a big touchdown to make it 17-10 after we score a big touchdown before the end of the half. Second half will start with us having the football, and we tie the game. But they retake a lead, and they will have the football on their own side of the field. Defense gets off the field. We get a good return. And on 4th and 3, we punt the football. I don't know why we're punting in that situation. They punt too. So the defense gets off the field. We get a big third down conversion. We tie the game right after the 2-minute timeout. The defense gets off the field, and we're going to be going to overtime. And in overtime, we get a touchdown. Now Clemson needs to score one, and they do. Second overtime. The defense forced a field goal, so all we now need is a touchdown. 1st and 10, 4th and 2. Now 1st and goal. We made the field goal, but they ran into the kicker. And that is the reason why we're going to win in the semifinals. A 37-34 win over Clemson. And we're going to the national title game. We were down 10-0 at the end of 1. And Liberty comes all the way back to win 37-34 in double overtime. This is the first time we allowed more than 10 points in a game, but the offense scoring over 30 is insane. We'll gladly take that. We win the Peach Bowl, and now let's see who we're going to be playing against in the national title game. And that team will end up being, once we get through the Player of the Week awards, obviously, it's going to be Alabama. I almost said Oklahoma. It'll be Alabama in the national title game. We're 16-0. They're 14-1. And they are a 96 overall team. So let's see if this team can get one more win. Liberty's going to have to do it against Alabama. She'll be a tough team. But all we got to do is hopefully get stops, and hopefully we can score on offense. We're going to go start on offense first as well. And we don't do anything, and then Alabama scores. They lead 7-0 after the end of one. And so in the second quarter, we would get a touchdown to tie the game. Alabama would get a field goal, and they would get nothing else. So it's 10-7 at the half. Start of the second half, though, Alabama would score, but then we would get a kick return for a touchdown. We lead 14-13 here in the fourth. But Alabama is now in field goal range, and then we get an interception. But unfortunately, we go backwards. But they have to go the length of the field and score. But the defense forces a punt. 4th and 4, we punt again. So again, they just need a field goal to take a lead. And they're in near field goal range, and they get it. But we have 16 seconds with 3 seconds on the clock. Liberty would get the field goal and will beat Alabama. I was expecting the loss, but Liberty has done it. In 7 seasons, will defeat Alabama 17-16. I hate that I couldn't see the final play, but we get the win, and Liberty has done it. That's an insane national championship. I was expecting the celebration for Alabama when I saw the red. I didn't know what uniforms we were wearing. But we get the win. And Liberty has done it. Oh my goodness. We'll check the stats, of course, here in this national championship winning season. But man, oh man, what a season that was. Unbelievable. Checking out the stats of this season, we had 3 quarterbacks play. Yeah, Blunt and Strickland both got hurt on this season. Foster played 6 games, had 918 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. Blunt 14 for 6, and Strickland 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, only played 3 games. Rushing-wise, though, Owusu led the team with 1,000 yards for 6 touchdowns. Carlisle led the team with 9 touchdown runs. Isadora had 6 touchdown runs himself as well. Rhodes had over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Cam Rutter, 591 and 3, so only had 1 guy over 1,000 yards. Defensive-wise, Trayan led the team with 96 tackles. David McCary had 29 tackles for a loss with 13.5 sacks. That's insane. Trayan and Redmond led the team with 5 interceptions. We did have 2 defensive touchdowns, Robinson and Trayan. We had 2 blocked kicks, and we had a safety, so we did get the trifecta for the first time in a while. Kicking-wise, we did miss 6 from 50, but other than that, I think that's all we did, yeah. Sophomore kicker won it for us. 81 punts for 3,700 yards, 59 inside the 20 and 12 touchbacks. We did have that kick return touchdown, but no punt return touchdowns here in the national championship winning season. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button down below. It is free, really helps out the channel. Again, if you guys do want to see a team that we have yet to do so far, write a comment down below, and we'll get into that team in the next episode. Of course, first come, first serve, so there's multiple teams. We'll have multiple episodes, just different episodes. But anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever you guys watching this, and I'm out. Peace.